Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's MLP, Season 9, Episode 18, She Talks to Angel. Now, of course, I am extremely late in catching up with Season 9, so as always, I am duty-bound to tell you guys of the things that I know ahead of time. This episode is actually one I'm looking forward to because I know what it's about. It's a body swap episode, and those are often some of the most hilarious episodes in cartoons. And it's with Fluttershy, an angel of all characters. This promises to be a fun one. I'm actually quite excited to see this. You know, a day in the life in the body of Angel Bunny is an interesting enough concept in itself, but paired with the concept of Angel getting to do whatever the hell he likes in Fluttershy's body, now that's a whole other thing in itself. So it's a win-win for entertainment factors as far as I'm concerned, and maybe this will be a good bonding episode for the two of them, similar to a royal problem in how Celestia and Luna swap lives for a bit. Only in this sense, it's a lot more personal because you're literally stuck in the other person's body. So yeah, that's what I know. It's pretty much the main focus of the episode, but I'm looking forward to it. And this is my big catch-up run, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 episodes on each day, completing the last 9 episodes of the season. Let's go.
Oh. Antoine believes what he eats is his business.
Including
Do
Angel.
others feel that way too? Would any prey like to respond?
Wow.
Muriel, does it bother you when Antoine tries to eat you? Just because you're on opposite ends of the food chain doesn't mean you can't work It doesn't mean you can't...
Now, Angel, it's not really fair to be interrupting this meeting. You're gonna get yourself eaten.
The more you distract everyone, the longer this will take. I am listening to you, but if you really want to be heard, you should join our Predator Prey support group.
Yeah, pull up a chair.
Talk to everyone here. You could teach all these hungry predators the delights of a carrot-based cuisine. Sorry, everyone. I think somebody just wants a little attention.
Oh my gosh, do you think it's a problem this predator keeps trying to eat you?
Predators promise to only eat vegetables while staying at the sanctuary.
Okay, so the circle of life is interrupted in this sanctuary. I don't want my guests eating each other. That's very logical.
Angel, Sandra, wait!
It might look like chaos, but Fluttershy makes it work, even with Angel running around.
Ooh, perhaps I can help those two get along before something here can go terribly wrong.
Oh, I see.
But in the meantime, there are those who want to talk this and that. So I suppose that it gets to a point where feelings gotta get hurt and get dirty with the people spreading the dirt. It goes, I do give you warning, but everyone ignores me. Told you everything loud and clear, but nobody's listening. Call to you so clearly, but you don't want to hear me. Told you everything loud and clear, but nobody's listening. I got a heart full of
I see now. It's a Zecora thing. That makes all the
Zecora
sense.
found this little guy and brought him to my office, but I thought he might do better at the sanctuary.
Oh,
Bringing him here.
it's a
seemed the right thing
Charmander.
to do. I've never seen geckos breathe smoke, though. Have you?
It's the world's first Charmander.
I thought we could take a look at his diet. Plus, it's about time for me to give all the animals here a checkup.
That's a wonderful idea. If we really want to know what's going on, we need to make sure the problem isn't your food.
Yeah, this was just some stuff I've been keeping for
I
months.
wouldn't worry too much.
It smells a little funny, but
Probably
it should
just
still be
something
good.
we've been eating. Is there anything else we can do for you?
Ah, seeing what you two do, the real question is, can I help you?
That face.
You mean me and Angel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's fine. We're fine. I just don't always have time to indulge him. But we're best friends.
Even the best of friends need help from time to time. Come visit me in my hut, should you change your mind.
That was a bit of a
Okay,
stretch.
thanks.
Time
Angel
and
and I are
mind.
great.
Oh, goodness, Fluttershy. Is this the list of what you do every day? How do you find time for anything else?
Between here and teaching at the school, I'm not sure I do.
And Angel's feeling left out, bless him.
You're gonna
He's
love it
like,
here, Gecko.
Like the little kid in the family that starts
You know?
acting out because his mother isn't giving him enough attention.
Sorry.
That's
You
exactly
need to
what's
see if
happening
your
here.
Food is causing your issue.
It's like, pay attention to me, mother.
Not now, Angel.
But mommy. Yeah,
Your
that's
sweet
totally it.
treats need to look like chocolate chip cookies. They're vegan. Pinkie Pie made a whole jar of
Wow,
them.
the
They're
term vegan
yours
is now
if you
canon in
promise.
MLP.
No more trying to eat Muriel the baby elephant.
I like how this realistic detail has been
No,
added, by the
Angel.
way.
I have too
That she
much to
has to
do.
tell the predators not to attack the prey. That's a good touch. I'm glad they thought of that.
Oh, careful,
And I
girl.
did catch the
That neck
neat
is
way
still
her
pretty
wing,
sore.
like,
forget
represented
to
a
shake your
palm.
weight,
That
Scout.
was good animation there.
What does she want?
Her neck is feeling better, but a massage every day for the next week wouldn't hurt. I'll add it to my list.
Fluttershy, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. This place would be a zoo without you.
Angel! Listen to you for once. Just what exactly is that supposed
I
to
love how
mean?
she can completely understand what he's saying.
Come back! I meant tell me, not... Oh.
Well, whatever it is, you're the only one he can tell about it. Little fella just wants you all to himself.
Unfortunately, that's not an option.
Oh, he's not causing any real trouble.
Until he
Other
does.
than that, possibly. Or that. I'll just stop talking.
Oh, I'll take care of it. I hope this is important, Angel. I barely made a dent in my to-do list for today.
Oh. Oh,
Concentrated carrot extract?
yep, it's time for a
That's for
snack.
reviving energy-sapped herbivores. Are you feeling run down? You just like the taste? Ah, Angel, that extract is in short supply. What's gotten into you? Every day this week you've been causing trouble when I have work to do. Of course I know you can't talk to anybody else, but that's not my fault. I have responsibilities.
Just like how mommy has to work.
You're right. We can't go on like this. I guess we do need to see Zecora for help.
No need to sit and silently stew. Tell each other what's bothering you.
He's so impatient, even when he knows I have work to do. Well, that's not true. We talk all the time. Of course talking to the sanctuary counts. That's where I am when I don't have a class to teach. What do you mean that's the problem?
Yeah, I can see it.
Feel like
I
I'm
can
the
see
only
the
boy
problem.
you can talk to and all I do is ignore you. Well, I feel like you don't care about my responsibilities. As you can see, we're kind of at an impasse.
Ah, such luck you're coming here indeed. Behold the antidote you need.
Is this what you meant by help us? dangerous?
We're
When
just gonna
trouble
drug
brews
you up.
between you two, turning sister against brother, true understanding is what's due. Each must come to know the other. There's no time to waste. Go directly home. But you both must taste when you're finally alone.
Okay.
Not yet, Angel. Sakura told us to take it together when we got home. I suppose we could dust off the old picnic blanket. It'll be just like old times.
Yeah,
Drink the
oh,
potion
this
and
is
settle
this is
into a
really
nice
sweet.
tea
He just
party.
wants to spend
I can
time with
remember
her.
The last time we did that, I've been so busy at the sanctuary. Though I really need to keep an eye on Sakura.
I feel like people hate on Angel Bunny too much.
Chores. If I don't,
Like,
the animals won't get the care they
Putting
need.
your hoof down isn't
Maybe
a
we
well-regarded
should just send
episode
the
in
potion to our
general.
Angel. Sakura
Like, the
said
best
to go
thing
home
about it is
first.
Iron Will. But I feel like people use that one instance of
No, she
Angel
said we
slapping
had to take it
Fluttershy
together, so
as the right to
yes,
say,
I
oh,
do.
he's a complete asshole, or screw Angel in the fires of hell. Like,
I wonder what it's gonna do.
you can't just let one thing...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Hang on, hold up. Am I a pony?
It's happened!
Am I a pony?
Language.
Question. Did we switch bodies?
Yeah, now you've got springy legs to get used to. You're trying to spring.
Seriously? I'm a pony? La 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 la. That's so cool. Do you think this is what Sakura meant to happen? How are you gonna do your chores? Really? That's what you're worried about? Well, maybe I don't want to switch back. I've only been able to talk to you since we met. And now
Now,
I can talk
Angel
to
can
any
talk
pony
to
I want.
everyone. Here's what I've always thought of you. Here's what I've always thought of you. Here's what I've always thought of you.
You sell flowers, and so do you. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. Toy boat, toy boat. Oh, come on. I am so too listening. Quit being so bossy because... Are there carrots around here?
Oh, this is already delightful
You
chaos.
think Sakura gave us the wrong potion? So you're gonna go to her hut in the forest and get something to switch us back.
No, Sakura intended for this to happen all along because of the lesson you're gonna learn.
Being a bunny. Good luck with that. I'm gonna go find those carrots. I need to finish your chores? I don't work for you, and caring about other animals is a you thing. The stare? You can still do that? Ugh, no fair making me do your bidding against my will.
That can be read in an entirely different context.
All right. I'll go do your lane chores while you go see Sakura.
Boing, 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 boing.
Anybody know where that useless list of Fluttershy's chores is?
Hey, Fluttershy! I was starting to wonder if you'd make it back.
Fluttershy! Oh, yeah. That's me. Definitely Fluttershy. 100%. Okay. See how shy I am? I talk to animals. I want to marry Discord.
Your list is over there.
Can we run that back, Chief?
Oh, yeah. There's my good old list of chores that
Can-
I
can we- can we run that back?
Because I want to marry Discord.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Well, well, well. Remember me?
I hope the gem tart stall is still there again. I could use a snack.
You nearly bought every tart they had last time, Spike. I can't imagine they wouldn't show up when there's a great customer like you. Oh, hi, Angel. What's going on? Do you know what he's trying to say?
No, not at all.
Sorry, Angel. You should probably find Fluttershy. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
Yeah, you're seeing how frustrating it is. Maybe you can pull a Meowth, teach yourself how to talk, and then really surprise Angel.
And we're gonna keep at it until you start to develop a taste for it. Check Muriel's trunk. Seems fine to me, as long as we don't need those keys. Anyway, let's see. Massage Clementine's neck.
Just strangle Clementine.
Get Scout to switch legs. Probably best not to wake him. Did the thing with the thing, yada yada yada. Animals, animals, animals.
Animals, animals, animals.
Monitor Zecora's gecko until bedtime. Alright, dude. How about we do bedtime now? Yeah, eating makes me tired too. Which reminds me, there's some carrot extract with my name on it.
But
Okay, let's get you fed and off to Dreamland. What do you eat anyway?
will it taste as nice to your pony self
What
as
do you
it
think,
does
Snake?
to your
Can you
rabbit
find
self?
something else to eat if I borrow those cookies from my friend here? Sure, that's normal. There you go. Problem solved.
Sure, totally normal, because he's the first Charmander.
Fluttershy is such an old whiner.
Squeak! Yep, welcome to the food chain, Fluttershy.
Quite a day, my fuzzy friend. Did things work out for you in the end? I'm sorry, dear bunny, that things seem so grave, but I don't understand when you sign and wave. A single link to all the world, only one in all the land. How special she must be to you, the one who understands.
Yes, which is why it
Perhaps if
hurts
you
him
explained
so
what
much
you
to spend
want to
time
somebody
away.
Who understood. If you truly felt heard and valued, all would return to good. And if you were to both apologize, having learned this little lesson, I imagine that might bring an end to the friendship therapy session.
Fluttershy, do you mind helping me look for Muriel, the baby elephant?
Oh, she's having dinner with Antoine.
Antoine the python?
It was on the list. Remember, Antoine wants to have Muriel over for dinner.
Not over for dinner. He wants to have her for dinner.
Wait, what?
Well, which creature's the dessert? I see you, Harry.
For sake, open your mouth this instant, mister!
Harry just always follows the crowd. When everyone else starts getting angry, he does.
What is going on? You did all the chores on your list, huh? Didn't you?
Well, technically I did him, kind of. But more technically, it's not my list.
You wrote it!
Did I, though?
What's gotten into you?
You
Did I, though?
want to know.
Huh? Angel?
What's wrong with her? Him? What happened?
He's exhausted. Fluttershy, I need a jar of concentrated carrot extract. Stat!
It's locked in the supply room.
Where are your keys?
Any ideas how to get the keys out of the elephant that's inside the snake? Okay, point taken. And I totally deserve it. I did not provide you with the care that Fluttershy would. But now you know what it's like not to get the level of attention to which you've become accustomed. The point is, Fluttershy is trapped in my bunny body, and if we don't help her,
Which is a
none of us will get her
sentence.
attention. I get that you don't want to help me, but don't you want to help her?
Yep, technicalities win the day. This is a very chill very season 2 episode,
nothing.
so there's not been a lot to really wow and be react, you know, because obviously since I knew what the plot was going to be, there's less shock factor, but I'm still enjoying this.
Nice one.
Just I don't know how many periods of silence
I
there've
guess
been,
Fluttershy was right.
but I'm
Predators
enjoying
and
this.
Prey can work together. This place is so much work.
Oh, I know. I have no clue how you do it all, but we are so grateful.
I can't believe she does this every day. I just wish I could tell her myself. What?
Oh,
You're awake! It was so hard getting to Zikora's hut and impossible getting back. You can't believe I survived like this? Well, I can't believe you work here every day. These animals are crazy. No wonder you don't have time for me. My life is hard. No, your life is hard.
wow,
You
are we
never
really going to
appreciated
argue
me.
over this?
No,
That's great.
I never appreciated you. You're sorry? I'm sorry too. Come here, you
Oh, this
little
is such a
bunny.
good
Oh,
episode
little
for,
bunny.
like, building upon their relationship.
Oh my goodness, I'm back. I'm a pony again.
Why do I feel like I'm dying?
Angel, I promise to always make
What did
time
you
for
do to
from
my body,
now on.
Fluttershy?
What do you mean maybe I won't have to? You want to do what? And that's when I realized Fluttershy doesn't have to be the only one I talk to. I can come here and talk to all of you. And now that I know how much work goes into this place, I suppose I could kinda, sorta help out every now and then.
Oh!
Oh, Angel, that is
I
so
like how
sweet.
she's working as
And now that I know
translator.
what you go through every day, I understand why your time with me is so important. I promise to always make time for you.
Except for when I don't have time to be with you.
Turns out your friend here doesn't have a problem at all. He isn't a gecko, he's a fire lizard.
He... shall I say it one more
forgot
time?
that before
He
you get
is a
playing. It's hard to tell them
Charmander,
apart.
fire lizard.
I'm glad to discover where the source of it lies, or the fire that he breathes would be quite the surprise.
Speaking of surprises, can you please never do that again?
Yes, totally intentional. I completely knew that. There was no obvious sign of a mix-up. Sakura always intended for them to go through this. She totally knew who was in Angel's body when Fluttershy came to visit. Oh, that's why we love Sakura. I really hope that's not the last we see of her. I hope, obviously the finale is going to be bombastic. I'm expecting involvement from a lot of characters, and I hope Sakura is one of them. Come on, guys. But okay, this episode, like a lot of episodes where I know what's happening, exceeded my expectations. Like, as I said, I may not have flipped out over anything or, like, been particularly uproarious about anything, but sometimes an episode doesn't make you feel that way, but you still really, really enjoy what you're seeing. And for all intents and purposes, I thought this was very fun. I thought this did its job well. I especially appreciate that no matter how late in the game it is, we've got some development and characterization for Angel beyond his usual trickery and dickery. You know, like I say, I always thought it was unfair that people like vilify him as this irredeemable monster just for the one time he slapped Fluttershy as a display of brattishness, because people were too quick to uncomfortably compare it to domestic abuse and whatever. I remember the jokes going around about that. You know, I was like, so what? He slapped Fluttershy? Like, I don't know. I could see Discord giving Fluttershy a cheeky slap or something, but obviously not in the malicious way Angel did. But no, that's a weird tangent. I don't know. I just feel like if you were going to judge characters based off one thing they did, I don't know. Think of like the certain instances Rainbow's done that makes 4chan collectively call her top cunt. Like, you know, just that kind of situation. What if one of her cuntish moments caused people to say that she can never do right by anyone ever? But I feel like that happened to Angel. Like, he's just like the mindset of a little kid, basically. And this episode drove that home because he was being starved of attention from his mother figure, which is Fluttershy, and he didn't understand why. Just like how a child might not understand why their mother has to go out working all the time and they're stuck like with nothing to do and no one who understands or gets them that they can talk to. Their mother is the only figure that can, and they're barely around. It's always like, oh, they come back at 1 a.m, you're already in bed, they leave you a note about how to prepare your meals for the day, and you don't see them for most of the day. You know, you spend most of your time at home. I can understand. I mean, I've never been in that situation personally, but I can certainly understand that angle of character. And yes, Angel went through it quite extensively. Yes, it was very believable. And he was acting out, that's the term for it, he was acting out for that attention that he was missing, and I do feel sorry for him, and I'm glad that they were able to understand each other's point of view by spending time in each other's bodies. Like I said, very, very Freaky Friday, very similar to a Royal Problem, though obviously not exactly the same, because then Celestia and Luna came to appreciate the roles each other plays. I thought it was really sweet that Angel immediately dropped all smarminess, all like any part of the grudge was forgotten when, as soon as Fluttershy and his body came back in such a state, it was all panic and worry, and that shows how close they actually are. It's just that with how busy Fluttershy has been getting, she forgot that momentarily, and you know, Angel was finding himself pulling desperate measures just to get her to look at him, like just to give him that attention, because she just wasn't giving it to him anymore. Like, there needs to be more of a balance between work and play, and Fluttershy they admit that it's a lot of hard work. It's very exhausting working at Sanctuary, so sometimes she should take a break and be with Angel. Like, you know, she doesn't have to even cut into Sanctuary time. She's a teacher, and teachers can have days off. Like, so I think they need to reach more of a understanding that way around. I think Fluttershy might benefit from taking the odd day off from school and using that time to bond with Angel, so he's happy. But I really like at the end how she was playing translator and he was joining in with the group. And something else I really liked was adding more personality to the creatures that stay everywhere. I mean, Harry's Harry. Harry is always awesome. I loved how he was building that house of cards. You know, Antoine the snake wanting to gobble up the prey. Like that. I like that they included this. I like that they actually addressed that there would crop up a predator and prey problem by trying to relax all these animals in the same place. Like, some of them will get that glint in their eye and their instincts will kick in. Think Madagascar, where they all arrive as friends, but spending too long in the jungle makes the lion try and bite the zebra. you know, it's just when that instinct kicks in, it's like how even the most well-trained and, you know, the most familiar zookeeper, like say with a tiger they've raised from a cub, like they're really friendly, always comes to greet them, that kind of thing. But I tell you what, if a tiger was stood right there and you just have to turn around, and there's a huge chance it will just go for you. Like, turning your back on a big cat is a big no-no. Like, I reckon even if you were best friends and had a level of trust with that big cat, if you turn your back on it, I think you get mauled. Like, it's just the predator instinct. It's like, let's say, if you're being slowly followed by a smallish bear when you're walking through the woods, keep enough pace to keep the distance between you equal, but don't run. Like, if it's just plodding after you, just keep walking backwards. Like, so you can see it in front of you, just keep walking backwards. I remember there was YouTube footage of these two hikers that were doing that. Like, there was this medium-sized black bear, like, just walking on the trail behind them, following them. And they're just walking backwards while recording it on their phone. And they were told that was the best thing they could have done, because if they'd have turned their backs, it would have attacked. If they'd have run, it would have chased them, and then they'd have been screwed. So doing that was the best course of action. Like, so basically what I'm trying to say is predator instincts, I can totally understand why they're kicking at the sanctuary, and I completely respect the show for even bringing it up as a possibility. Like, right off the bat, we're having a meeting about the animals trying to eat each other. Now, this is MLP, remember? Like, who would have expected that they'd actually tackle that? That's all I'm saying. That's the main point I'm trying to get across here. Yeah, as I said, the Freaky Friday plot is tried and true, and this episode can definitely be added to the good pile of Freaky Friday episodes, and I really liked it. So with that being said, I shall see you guys next time.